No, we can continue. We are just talking about Afghanistan being party poopers for everyone, because everyone's been building up to Pakistan versus New Zealand as a virtual quarterfinal of sorts. Though actually even that is not true. New Zealand can lose and yet comfortably qualify if they were to beat Sri Lanka, which you would assume they would, because they still have a much better net run rate than Pakistan. So I agree that if they lose to Pakistan, their net run rate will take a hit, but if they win to Sri Lanka, then it will take them better. So Pakistan have to win both games.
Yes.
So there, but what we were discussing was, in all of this, there is a team called Afghanistan. Yeah, you can keep fighting New Zealand, Pakistan, and Afghanistan goes ahead because they are actually in control of their destination and can reach to 12 points. Though they have a few tough games coming up. One, Netherlands, you expect that they'll win, so 8 points.
Yep.
Then they have one against
South Africa,
Australia in Mumbai.
That's the tough matches.
And against South Africa in Ahmedabad.
Yeah, not happy.
The Mumbai they're playing against?
Mumbai, Australia.
Australia.
Any team in Mumbai, I don't think is their place.
Yes.
They need conditions. Lucknow, Chennai, those kind of conditions.
Although the Chennai wicket that they got, they actually didn't capitalize it against New Zealand. They did it well only against Pakistan.
But
flat deck.
I think today they would actually be regretting the fact that they dropped so many catches against New Zealand. In fact, New Zealand were in, I think they had lost their 3 or 4 wickets very cheaply.
Yes.
New Zealand. And then they dropped, I think, 4 catches.
Yes.
Allowed Tom Latham to settle down. And
Glenn
then and New Zealand won that game. So even that game, they could have won that game, Afghanistan. And today, of course, they are cruising. They will win this game. So they could have been sitting on 10 points.
I'll go one
today.
further. They should have beaten Bangladesh.
Bangladesh.
That's the bigger regret.
In
New Zealand you
Dharamshala.
can still write off as a loss, but Bangladesh, they've beaten Bangladesh. But Bangladesh, by the way, won no other match after that. They've been that useless. Win against Bangladesh and then suddenly those next 2 games wouldn't be that much of a pressure situation.
You could have afforded one loss actually, but now.
Anyway, they're in the race. What we're going to be talking about on the dugout are a couple of interesting things that are making headlines. So I'll start with the one, and maybe all of us can answer. Take your time and answer. कि श्रेयस अय्यर को इतना गुस्सा क्यों आया?
Oh yes.
Anyone?
Because he has no problem with his technique. He has no problems against the short ball. It's just that the media has made up.
Use the word that he used.
Mahal.
Mahal. So that was pretty strange actually. Yeah. I remember a few other cricketers. I remember Ajinkya Rahane also not too long ago. He also got a little irritated during a press conference when he was asked about his own performances, and he got a little irritated and he gave it back to the journalist who asked that question. But I think the journalist also in this case, he got a little, I thought the way he came back, Shreyas Iyer. So I thought the journalist wasn't expecting that kind of a response. Had it been somebody else, he could have easily told him, there's been a problem with the short ball. It's not us that...
Do you know who asked the question? I couldn't.
No, I couldn't. I must be a local journalist from Bombay because otherwise...
But I thought the question, the tone and in the manner he really put it was absolutely fine.
Nothing wrong with that.
Not rude. And by the way, what is the media's job is to ask questions.
Yeah.
I can agree when you ask someone a bizarre question like Rohit Sharma was asked at the pre-captain's press conference about, should there be super over or not, and I agree, but he's like, anyway the decision was made that there will be no, the question was it unfair?
New Zealand, England.
That firstly the rule had already been changed. Secondly, he was not even involved. So how does he comment? That I agree, if he lost his cool, it's a bizarre question to ask. But this is a very valid question, and sometimes valid questions can be asked very rudely. But I don't think the journalist who asked the question was rude at all.
Not at all.
Framed the question absolutely fine. Why so much anger from Shreyas Iyer?
Maybe that's that was the frustration, and it may have been playing on his mind. Media talking about it. The commentators are also talking about it. It's not just people who are writing and talking on television or on digital media that people have been talking about his vulnerability against short ball. His former colleagues, from Mumbai itself. For his former India international players, everybody has been talking. And why is it that the moment Shreyas Iyer comes out to bat, you see that there's a change in the in the bowling lineup? Suddenly you'll see a fast bowler who tries to bang in shot to Shreyas Iyer. Why is it so? Because they also think that there is a problem, or at least a deficiency in his batting, which everybody wants to exploit. Unfortunately, Shreyas doesn't feel that way. But it's okay. You can have a difference of opinion. It's just being that you were rude. Shreyas Iyer was plain and simple being rude. That's it. You can have a difference of opinion. That's not the problem. I can say something. He can have his own viewpoints, but that's fair. That's fair. But the way he reacted, I thought was.
It reminded me. He counter questioned the journalist. Reminded me of that MS Dhoni press conference, who also counter questioned. But look how nice and polite Dhoni was. Same way he put it back to the journalist, because here also he asked, have you seen how many fours I hit or something like that? He said, but that was condescending. That was looking down upon. MS Dhoni also counter questioned that, do you think I'm fit? Can I run? Whatever. But he did it in a much more mild and correct manner. But you're right, he was rude. My only other thing is, I'm just trying to look for the logic behind what Shreyas Iyer has to say. By the way, before I even say what I have to, I think on this platform, you can take out the old videos. I've always been a supporter, in the sense I've always said, when people have said that short ball is his problem, I've said fine, everyone has a problem. There is no complete cricketer. Everyone has a problem. If Shreyas Iyer has a problem, it's okay, so long as he gets runs. And he was getting runs. So he said, if he's getting runs with a problem of short pitch delivery, so be it. Now, a lot of players have done
Saurav Ganguly had a problem with short ball.
Exactly. So there's nothing wrong with it. That's why I was surprised that he gets defensive. Now I'm just going to his logic, where he says, have you seen the amount of fours that I've hit? So if I'm trying to hit a four, I will obviously get out, and a batter has to play cricket, and when he tries to play attacking shots, you get out. So, but why are you saying I have a weakness and you're creating a narrative, is what I'm saying. My point is, there was a narrative few years ago that while playing in England, Virat Kohli had a problem outside the off stump, or anywhere he had a problem.
2014.
Now go back. It's not that Virat Kohli has not hit cover drives to balls that are outside the off stump. Even he has hit a lot of fours. But if that question is asked to Virat Kohli, will he say, have you seen how many fours I've hit on the cover? Yes, you have hit many fours, but if that is the area where you're getting out again and again, well then that is a weakness. You have to work on it. If Sachin Tendulkar did not play a cover drive, it's not that he had not played cover drives before that in his career and he did not hit fours. He would have hit thousands of fours on balls on that cover drive. Yet when he realized that that's an area where bowlers are exploiting, he tried to improve on that. And with this mentality that, listen, I also hit four, but then you're also getting out on those deliveries. Exactly. What a batter needs to do is eliminate the chances of getting out. You need to either, okay, he plays attacking shot, but has to find that if I hit 3-4, so let's assume there are 5 short balls bowled at him, he hits them 3 for 4, that's 12, takes another few runs, take 20 runs and gets out. Is that what he's been sent to do, to get 20 runs by hitting, if he gets out on a short ball? You have gone there to, every batter goes there to get a 50, 60, 100, whatever he gets, and you can only get that when you eliminate that bad thing from your batting. I'm sorry, but with this kind of attitude, if he goes, I have no problem, I don't think that's the solution. The first thing they say in life, forget in cricket, first thing, if you have to come out from a bad situation, is to accept that you're in a bad situation, that there is a problem. Once you accept, that's when you improve. Like, if you're going through mental issues, they say that, right? First you have to accept that, yes, I have a problem, then you'll improve. If you're going through an addiction, you have to accept, yes, I'm going through an addiction, then you'll improve. If you keep saying, no, there is no problem, you'll never improve. I'm sorry. But
and it's double standards also, because it's not like he's in denial. He's in denial publicly, but that's what he's saying. But if you look at net sessions, he's been working on the short ball problem for an eternity. So he has acknowledged at some level, of not him, his coaches have acknowledged that there is definitely a problem there. Why not just say that, look, yes, I know there is a problem and I've been trying to work on it. Easy. I mean, we criticize Indian cricketers for giving cliche answers. This is the best place to just give a cliche answer and let it be.
What would be the cliche?
As I said, acknowledge that yes, there is a problem, and I have been working on it. You've seen the footage. Boom, done, easy.
So that's interesting. Do you think then it's an ego thing? That how
Yes.
can a journalist
Yes.
point out who's
Yes.
not played cricket,
Yes.
tell me that I have a problem?
110%.
If a Rahul Dravid in the nets tells me, or
Then it's
a
okay.
Mamre or Vikram Rathore or anybody tells me it's fine, but that is the problem. That's a good perspective. I never saw.
Anyway, this exchange has dispelled that notion that the Indian cricket team does not listen to the outside noise. It definitely
everyone
does.
knew
No,
that.
that though everybody has. I think the players in the team have already accepted. See, Rohit Sharma said that I was away from social media. Why he was away from social media? Because there was that presence of outside noise. So he wanted to just shut that noise. Anyways, KL Rahul, he has admitted that I thought that there was no outside noise, but a year later or a year ago, I realized it was actually affecting
mental health. Yeah.
And today, in fact, yesterday, Shreyas Iyer admitted that माहौल ऐसा बना देते हो that it affects the psyche और player का को फर्क पड़ता है mentally.
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. What Shane is saying, I agree. You can actually acknowledge it, you can deny it, but there is a manner. And you can have your opinion.
So it's just ego thing.
Just that. Absolutely, it is ego and also a bit of arrogance, especially after playing that knock, the way he played that knock. Brilliant knock. But I wonder if a good opposition, a good quality opposition will allow Shreyas Iyer to score runs in that fashion on a good track and at a bigger stage.
If it is ego and arrogance, I'm a bit disappointed there. I don't know Shreyas Iyer from Adams, but I have seen he's not achieved even 20% of a lot of batters that we've covered, and all of them have been asked tough questions. I've been part of those press conferences. All of them have been asked those tough questions, and like Rahul said, some have agreed, some have not agreed, but none have been in this level arrogance that don't ask me a question, or you have no right to ask me a question because you have not played international cricket. That I think is quite condescending. Sachin Tendulkar has been asked those questions and he answered it. He may not have agreed at certain assessments, but he's answered it the way he's supposed to. Rohit Sharma has. When he was asked about his bat form, he says, yes, my average has fallen, I'm trying to work on it. Various things he's answered.
Journalists have asked technical questions to Vivian Richards, Sir Vivian Richards, and he had answered those questions. And later he has acknowledged and admitted to some of those veteran former journalists who are well respected that how do you think or what do you think I should do? That has also happened in the past.
I have seen a journalist, and when there was a very famous Indian player, I don't want to take names, who's like captained India also, as in has been vice captain and on occasion been captain also. On his debut, his test match debut, I was there. Now he's retired. Test match debut, I was there. He, after the nets, I was watching, he finished the nets, he was going past a very senior cricket journalist. He actually seeked his blessings that tomorrow I'm making my debut, so even that has happened. He said, no, you do fine, I've seen you in domestic cricket, you have it in you, you'll just be fine.
Wow.
Shreyas Iyer, you said 20% of what you were talking about.
Some of the
players.
cricketers who have
Correct.
been questioned.
I think Shreyas Iyer has not achieved 20% of what he was himself expected to achieve, by the way. So I think he should also, it's his life. I'm sure today, in hindsight, maybe today he must have, and you never know how these things can affect you. Just before an important game, now people have been talking about how Shreyas Iyer was rude. Tomorrow, before playing against South Africa or after playing against South Africa or during that match, all those things can come back to haunt you. You might be thinking, today you must be thinking, yaar, maine galat bol diya. I shouldn't have been so arrogant.
Would he be thinking? I'm not sure.
No, I'm saying maybe. Or maybe he is saying, yaar, maine kam bol diya. थोड़ा और बोलना चाहिए था. Whichever way it may be. But, these things, and he has accepted that ये माहौल आप बना देते हो, it affects a player. वो खुद बोल दिया.
No, but
That's fair. It's okay if you get affected, but I mean,
Acknowledgement might help in a certain
Do you
way.
agree that Shreyas Iyer has a problem with a good short ball?
yes.
Yes, he does.
100%.
Everybody?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. But as I say, that's not the clincher. That in no way tells me that he should not be part of the Indian team. I have always backed him, and I think he needs to be part of this team even when he wasn't doing well. Because as I said, not everybody is 100%. So long as he's getting runs, you need to find ways, right? I would have preferred, if I see an effort, he attacks certain short balls, and he should, the ones that are in range, but also not have that ego. And I guess, you know what, now because he mentioned ego, now his answer actually tells me the reason why he's been out on short ball, because even the best players of short balls will let go of certain balls.
Yeah.
They'll control their ego.
Absolutely.
Sachin Tendulkar would also let go of certain one. He could also pull the ball, hook the ball. Certain ones he would go because he know how he could control that ego. With this answer, that ego tells me that he wants to now not just tell the journalist but even the bowler and the opposition team that listen, we're going to bowl short ball, I'll show you how I play.
I
And he hits
agree.
2 4.
I agree, and
That's
I
how.
think it is already happening with him.
Yeah.
It has happened in the last few games, the last few knocks that he has played. I think it is already happening with him. Now, you know what happened in that presser last night. Tomorrow, if he goes into that game, tomorrow again he can do the same thing. You know, I have to prove somebody wrong that I am good against short ball. And while doing so, you at times just go a little beyond what you are expected to do. And just going after short delivery, even the best of players have been dismissed of short deliveries. It's just the manner in which, you know, Virat Kohli and Shreyas Iyer. Shreyas Iyer can hit a few sixes also of short delivery. What Virat was doing yesterday, he was just rolling his wrists while just at the contact when the ball meets the bat. And what Shreyas Iyer usually does is he cannot control that short ball. So that's a fair assessment. And if he thinks that he is good against short ball, well, that's a good news for everybody.
If I am South Africa, I will give him a barrage of that, knowing fully well it's
Which
not
he
so much
will.
about his weakness, knowing fully well that now he will come out with a point to prove,
And he's
that'll give me a
playing
chance.
on his mind.
Exactly, that'll give me a chance. So I'll bowl 1, 4, no problem. Bowl after 2-3 balls, another 1, 4, no problem. Maybe the third one I'll get him.
And they've
Fourth
got the
one I'll-
bowlers
Yeah.
to do that.
They've
To be
got
fair, if you're
four.
talking about this ego thing, I saw it the first time. Now in hindsight, I can say
Yeah.
first Asia Cup match,
Yeah.
Haris Rauf, perfectly angled short ball with a fielder there waiting in case he goes
But
for the
that
ball.
one he timed.
No, he
that one he
timed
timed.
it.
That could
But
have
he
been
found the
four.
fielder.
Yeah, he
He
found
found the
That was
fielder.
a
I mean,
You
it
will
was a
say
setup.
that.
And then the same thing happened
He couldn't
against
keep it to the ground.
It's tough.
New Zealand.
And you know, and also I completely, in fact, how many innings has he played? I think twice he was.
England and
England
New
and New
Zealand.
Zealand.
So twice he was dismissed and 2 unbeaten knocks also this
Yeah.
World Cup. And also, you know what happens is when you have this kind of a thing playing on your mind, you are expecting a short ball every delivery. You are expecting, and usually what happens is against Australia, that is exactly what happened. It was a fuller length delivery.
Yeah.
They had a man placed right
At
for
top
that
point.
shot, and he was expecting a short ball. The moment he saw a fuller lane, he said, "This I have to go for." And what happened? He was out for a
But
dunk.
yesterday
David
he went
Warner.
for a fuller length, the biggest 6 of the World Cup. It landed where
106.
Yuzi Chahal and Tanushree was sitting right there. Yeah. Did you see? I saw that.
I thought it landed right before the press box.
No, where the VIPs were sitting.
Second tier,
106
106 meters.
His
meters.
second 100-meter six is hit in this World Cup.
But I have to say that was a shot of the night.
Oh, wonderful shot.
Like when he hit it, it was.
When he wants to go big, he can go very big with those big shots.
Yeah.
These
He
days
packs
he
up
is
much.
going big,
Yeah.
He packs up.
whether
much.
it's on the ground or
Uh,
at the press conferences.
He packs
I
up.
mean, Mumbai and big sixes. I mean,
No, by the way, sorry, you could, that Mumbai angle also I forgot to mention. In that quote that he said, he also brings the Mumbai thing.
Yeah.
That do you know, I play for Mumbai. This is my home ground.
Yes.
You tell me I can. Basically, he took it. That's what tells you that ego. That I'm a player for Mumbai. We are born and brought up on these kind of pitches,
Khadus.
which are true bounce, good bounce pitches, and I will have problem with short ball. That was the kind of feeling that I got, which can be there, right? I mean, there have been players from Mumbai that have struggled against the a short ball. So
Vinod Kambli comes to mind.
Yeah.
Rahul Dravid had such a tough time ever since he took over as the coach, and every day he used to come for these press conferences. He was, asked those very tough questions. Never did I see him, replying in that kind of a manner. The first press conference that I actually saw Shreyas Iyer, I don't even remember when was the last time he actually came for a presser. I can't even remember.
No, this has been the first time in ages.
The first time we saw him after a good knock, and he was.
एक good knock, Mumbai का king कौन? Shreyas Iyer. The khadus. Every Mumbai cricketer has a khadus pankti. They can't keep their ego down. That's why. Shreyas Iyer,
I won't generalize.
He was khadus. Khadus in a good way.
Khadus means gritty.
Gritty,
in their batting, in their cricket, you can. But
that khadus doesn't mean he's like nasty or anything. No, Mumbai cricketers, they are bred with such kind of intensity on the field that would they want to admit, I've got a weakness, I want to do that. They never do it. Which cricketer ever admitted to a weakness?
I mean, Sachin Tendulkar pretty much cut out the.
He cut out, but he never admitted it.
No, but that was
public. He did it within himself.
Because he did not have it for very long, right?
Yeah.
Because he would work towards a weakness. If one weakness happened, he would work towards it and improve.
It was just 2 months, if I'm not mistaken, that cover drive issue that he had.
Yeah.
2 months after that, he cut out the cover drive in Sydney. After that, he was back to his best.
Yeah.
Now, okay, if you have to look at it, Sachin Tendulkar was also troubled by the short ball. I mean, 2003 World Cup final against Shoaib Akhtar, short ball, but that was a good short ball.
Glenn McGrath
2003 final. Flintoff troubled him so many times on that leg side angle. So, short ball is a ball that troubles even the best of the best.
Yeah.
And Shreyas Iyer is not an anomaly amongst all. For example, certain England cricketers, they can't even play spin, left arm or thing, but then they acknowledge, yes, I can't play spin. But short ball, even the greatest of the great had troubles with it. So,
talking about short ball, so I'm just going to focus on ball. There is a clip that has gone viral of Hassan Raza. Have you guys seen it?
Hassan Raza, yes, that 14-year-old cricketer debutant.
That's the only thing I remember.
I know.
By the way. So it is a clip from a Pakistan television show where Hassan Raza is alleging that Indian bowlers are doing very well because they are getting different balls compared to other teams. So he's saying other bowlers bowl, their swing is, if it's 1 degree, Indian bowlers, the swing will be 3 degrees because they are getting, BCCI is giving them special balls to bowl with. And that's how, he's saying, just as when I used to play, we used to go in South Africa and Alan Donald and the company would get, that kind of bowling India is doing, but it's not because of their bowlers, it's because of the different ball that they get. And other teams get different balls, so it changes when India is bowling. And then, I mean, what I found even more funny, that if I was a presenter at that time, I would have been controlling my laughter and trying to move the subject quickly. If my guest said that, I try and go somewhere. The guy is saying, "ये बहुत serious होता है. This is a very serious discussion. We must discuss more." I was like, "Come on."
All that was missing basically from the clip was every single one of them wearing tinfoil hats.
I know.
Yeah. So that
all Pakistani former cricketers are in circulation these days. Everybody.
No, but some of them are being praised for good.
No, I agree. But no, for good or bad, everybody is in circulation. Because some of these former cricketers can't come up with something good, to be very honest. Yeah. So this is how they want to be in the news.
Oh, so you're saying that this may have been done on purpose so that the clip goes viral?
Maybe his
I think he was convinced.
Maybe he actually believes it also.
No, I'm not saying he's mental. I'm saying his mental capability perhaps allowed him to say these things.
How he is
But this game, the last game that they played, that box, it was shown on television. If you remember, you must have been doing your show TV. Yeah. You may or may not have seen.
No, I didn't.
When they were picking these balls, Bumrah, Shami and Siraj, it was shown on television just to let Hassan Raza know about it.
Oh, Hassan Raza, sorry, before that?
No, he said this yesterday.
हाँ,
but
so
but
that
at
when
least
the shown
so
was
there is
before
just
Yasser.
one box. No, there's just one box. You pick the balls from that very same box, whether it is you or Pat Cummins or anybody.
We've done a video on that. You will see it.
Please share it.
On Sports Today.
Tag Hassan Raza also if he's on
where we
Twitter.
basically just. I'm surprised that he's a former cricketer who's played at the highest level. So you must be in part of those dressing rooms, so you would know what is to be done. So I've shared it so that he knows the basic rules of what cricket is. As Rahul pointed out, that there is a box of 6 balls that is sent to the team's dressing room.
I think 9 or
Six.
more. Six.
6 balls that are sent to the dressing room, and from there either the captain.
No, the bowler. This responsibility
so
is
it
given to the
what
bowler.
the clause. No, it is either the captain or a nominee of the captain.
Yeah,
So usually
a
captain
fast
will
bowler
say,
picks.
"हाँ भाई, जाओ, Siddharth, तुम नई ball डाल रहे हो, you go and pick." So technically, it's a captain or the person that the captain nominates will go and pick the ball. And usually, you're right. It is a
Usually
fast
bowlers.
bowler because they have to bowl with it starting off. So or there could be some teams might have a person like I'm just thinking. I know that Sachin Tendulkar was such a geek. He would read all these things. Maybe in those times they could send Sachin because some people can read things much better. So they said, you go and.
I think in England's era when they were number 1, 2010-12, they would nominate Alistair Cook. Because he had a tendency to shine the ball better than all the other guys around there. So it's like he would pick
you
the
could go
choice.
for it.
I've seen players, they actually even smell
Must be.
before they pick the ball. I don't know why.
But with Pakistan,
But I
nothing
think-
surprises me.
Yeah, and a lot of bizarre comments actually have come from. This is just one of them. I can,
There are more?
a lot.
I couldn't find anything more bizarre than this. but
No,
I
there.
mean, there's litigation going on between certain players for alleging someone slapped someone
Yeah.
else and whatnot.
that
Rashid Latif and Javed
Latif.
Miandad.
Javed Miandad.
Yeah. 8 kilo mutton, all that kind of thing.
Biryani.
Biryani.
Biryani
Bas
I saw.
nihari, huh?
Have you seen Iftikhar?
Iftikhar.
Yeah.
But he's right. Eh?
He's
He is absolutely
Yeah,
right.
I know.
Till the time when they were winning, eating the very same biryani, nobody
cared.
spoke about it. And now biryani has become the national dushman for.
Biryani has become in 2023 what burger pizza was in 2019.
Yes.
And Burger Khan.
Biryani though, huh? Biryani.
He says it.
Yeah.
He's
Must
from
be
that
from-
part of that.
Punjab, Pakistan, Punjab.
No. The
NWFP.
Northwest.
Northwest Frontier Province.
From that.
Biryani.
His accent was there. It wasn't the Punjabi accent.
Okay.
So he's not from
From
there.
where
Unless
Yunus
he's from
Khan is.
Sindh, I don't know what kind of accent, but they have a very neutral accent.
From where Yunus Khan is.
It seemed like higher up. I
Higher
can
up.
find out where Chachu is from.
I know, but Pakistan, I'm telling you, these kind of statements, nothing is surprising anymore.
Now see, everybody is going gaga that Pakistan will go through to the semi-finals. We will meet India and we'll beat India and all the, that's.
Sorry, he is from Khyber Pakhtunkhwa.
Khyber Pakhtunkhwa.
I told you that higher up.
Waziristan.
That accent is from there, not the Punjabi. This was in the Punjabi.
Khyber.
So, everybody is now talking about, imagine we're talking about Pakistan making it to the semis and they are still stuck at
Sixth.
5th position with 6 points.
6 points.
6 points. And who have they beaten so far? 2 qualifiers?
Sri
and one
Lanka, Netherlands,
Bangladesh.
and Bangladesh,
Yeah.
who may as well have been a qualifier.
And they are actually dreaming of making it to the semis. How? I know it is actually possible. It is still very much possible. By the way, in Bangalore, there is a strong forecast of rain tomorrow. So that could be a rain curtailed match or could be
Yeah.
a no-show.
Even on 9th, New Zealand, Sri Lanka, that's also rain impacted.
That works in Afghanistan's favor.
Yes.
That works in New Zealand's favor, no? So if they share a point
9-7
with
it will
Pakistan tomorrow, and then for the last game also, if they share a point, then
10 points.
Pakistan, they'll just go ahead of Pakistan on the basis of net run rate.
And also, you're right. If they go,
No, but if Pakistan actually win their last game, then
but if New
No, then
Zealand
they'll get to
win the
9
last
only.
9 points.
they go through.
Yeah, and you will say that New Zealand beating Sri Lanka is a better probability than Pakistan beating England.
England.
Because England, will do. Actually, I thought when India and England were to play that game in Lucknow, I thought England this time, England will do. One big day for England. One big day has to come for that team. It didn't come against India, although they started well.
Yeah.
Now I think Pakistan will be.
Although, beating both New Zealand and England, I think is Pakistan's best chance. They have lost only twice in 48 years in the World Cup history. Pakistan to New Zealand. And
India had never beaten.
This history doesn't matter.
History, I don't. India had not beaten New Zealand in the last 20 odd years.
But that changed. South Africa has been changing everything.
Because you had the momentum, you had a better team than New Zealand. And this time, I think New Zealand may have a slight edge over. See, Pakistan will be under pressure.
Yeah, definitely. But
because they know everything will be extracted from kidneys to liver to everything if they lose that game.
If they win, then biryani.
And kebabs.
Kebabs.
Pakistan's captain wrote.
Bobby Hacha.
No, Sabyasachi.
There is a.
Is that
okay,
true?
Give us questions. No, I read. I'm not sure, but I read. It is a report by a Pakistani media house, very prominent TV channel. They have reported that Babar Azam went shopping in Calcutta, buying a very expensive sherwani from Sabyasachi.
Good for him then.
Yeah, no, but then they do
speculating
1+1 that he's going to be getting married, so that's why I bought it. Why, we don't know. I'm just saying, I just saw it on Pakistani television channel. I'm not really sure whether that's true or not. Question ले लें सबसे पहले.
Ashish Dhar. Real test of Indian fast bowlers will be bowl out SA or Ross cheaply, especially when Head is in the team now. Shreyas needs to learn how to leave a short ball. Talking about short ball problems, Travis Head. Also major batter who struggles with the short ball.
England nullified him very well during the Ashes, only using that one tactic. Constantly barrage him with short balls and he just wasn't as effective.
Who?
Travis Head.
We realized it late.
Late, yes.
After he already demolished us.
Ponting had pointed on commentary. Why aren't they bowling the short
But
ball?
by the way, in the Ashes also, it wasn't that Travis Head was a failure.
He scored a couple of 50s.
He scored good runs, despite the fact that India had exposed his problems with against short ball. Still, see, for Australia, he's been their most successful batter across formats in the last couple of years.
Yep.
The moment he got into the team, I didn't expect him to straight away get to a score like that.
I thought just as Shubman Gill took time from Dengi to get into the groove, I was giving that leeway for Head as well, slowly, steadily. I was in fact surprised that why will you push Mitch Marsh, down, let Mish and Warner open, get him easy number 3. But boy, did he make you look stupid.
He had, he did. Prithvi Patnaik is saying, this kind of statement does not help Iyer because there is still question on his batting. Scoring runs against the weakest bowling attack in the World Cup doesn't solve anything.
Well,
agree.
Also, you know what? Why, if you're not in the best frame of mind or in the best situation, why would you want to antagonize anybody? Because there are people already paying for your blood. When you do things like that, it just gets worse. And then they also, it becomes a question of us versus him versus, it keeps continuing. Exactly. And then that will never stop. Best thing is, at that moment, what's your job? Getting runs, winning the World Cup, forget everything. Do it. After it's done, maybe write a column.
Exactly.
On a players, what is that in football?
Players Tribune. The Players Tribune. I love reading those.
Yeah.
Very good.
So maybe on cricket's version of that, where you can take out all your bhadas, anything you want to say.
But the Players Tribune isn't football only, it's sports. So,
but I've never seen cricketers, no? Have they?
Not cricketers, but I've seen multiple other athletes from around the world, right?
Yeah, well, maybe then he can go
to the Players Tribune.
Cricketer. Or maybe there could be a cricketer or two, if I'm not from the West. I don't know whether any
Possible.
has written or not. Anyway.
Yep. Mr. Shaker from the US is saying, New Zealand won versus Bangladesh, Afghanistan, Netherlands and England. After South Africa versus New Zealand, you were biased, especially Nick Sir, and only exhibited sadness for New Zealand instead of praising South Africa, who dominated Australia. Very unprofessional that you can't digest SA's success. I missed that.
I had picked SA to be in top 4 at the start.
I didn't,
So why would I be jealous?
Yeah.
And also,
And I love Temba Bavuma. That's another reason to support them.
I think everybody loves Temba.
So why would I be jealous of their success?
Yeah.
Mr. Shekhar. Chaitanya Parmar is saying, I think too, when you had said that Rahul Dravid, you've been so many questions are doesn't say so. Chaitanya is saying because he is Rahul Dravid. Period.
True.
That's true. Very well said. Baman is back.
And this time being critical of us.
Yeah, very critical. I should do your job of sports journalist. Most
Please.
welcome. Most welcome. Because a week ago, I had said this World Cup ball attack is all-time best. You guys joke at me. Why is he typing like Nasir Jamshed of Pakistan? I don't know. Yeah, this prove one thing, that cricket analysts
That cricket analysis should
be done by who is a crick or who is highly educated like me.
Prithvi Patnaik.
Data analyst is, I'm starting to doubt his credentials now.
Please do analysis on video and share the link, and I will watch you daily.
Yes,
That's all I can do.
absolutely.
And if not, do subscribe to Sports.
Clearly he does.
already.
I'm pretty
He
sure
is.
he already is.
He is. Otherwise, dwell much deeper into data analysis, Prithvi Patnaik.
Keep watching.
Okay, we'll take few more questions before wrapping up, because we'll take a 5-minute break before we are back for another live. Okay, Mayank Tapyal saying maybe Mickey Arthur comes up again with one more reason that the battery of his laptop was down and he couldn't teach Pakistani players how to play.
That's
Yeah,
a good-
there is.
That's because he was at one time the remote analyst he was supposed to be, you know. So that's why he's making that joke. He was basically on work from home.
Yeah, plus he's given statements about how the security has been very stifling for the Pakistan cricket team.
You
in
know
this World
who he reminds me of? Jurgen Klopp.
Cup. Oh, Mr.
Jurgen Klopp, the Liverpool manager, is another one who will make the randomest of excuses. One time he criticized one of the teams for not cutting the grass enough. One time he said his team was thrown up due to wind.
Wind.
He's come up with all sorts of things.
Today, I could not hear his press conference, but I saw the video of Mickey Arthur. I think he was asked about IPL as well. That do you think that's affected the Pakistani players that they don't play in the IPL other team? And he said, I just heard the first, he said, no, that's a very good question, but that's a valid point. What I think he was trying to say that is that while they're all Asian teams, but conditions within Asia are also very different to what it is in Pakistan, India, Bangladesh and Sri Lanka, and so a lot of other teams that play IPL here are more familiar with these grounds and conditions compared to their players, which could then be a valid assessment also.
And Mickey Arthur, he was a very well respected international coach. Suddenly, ever since he's joined this Pakistani team, he's looking like a clown. I'm sorry to use that word for Mickey Arthur, but he's actually looking like a clown, and he's also coming up with statements similar to what Hassan Raza just made a day ago.
But I'll add to your point, Mickey Arthur has prior form in this. I remember in the early 2000s when he was South Africa coach. One time he had a criticism of the Indian players saying it looked like they were carrying pillows around,
No, that wasn't Mickey Arthur.
That was not us.
No. That was Jennings.
Ray Jennings.
Right.
That was Ray Jennings. And you know what happened?
They signed the
So
pillows.
they said they are fielding as if they carry pillows from their hotel. That means they're sleeping. And when they won the test match in Kanpur,
They signed a pillow.
They signed
2008.
a pillow and sent it to his dressing room.
Mickey Arthur, homework gate.
Oh yes,
Homework gate.
But still, he was a coach that everybody regarded as one of the better coaches around the world. But now he's looking like a client, and I don't know what made Pakistan Cricket Board forced them to get him on board, despite the fact that he was very reluctant. aa jao sir, aa jao.
Pakistan converted Mickey Arthur like them.
No, it's actually Pakistan's fault. They made fun of Saqlain Mushtaq when he did that Kudrat Ka Nizam thing, which I didn't find that funny. What he was trying to say that, we lost the match. So he did not say that, he did not pin the blame down to destiny, Kudrat Ka Nizam. What he said was that a team just cannot keep winning, right? So we had some good times. Now we are going through a bit of a bad phase. That's part of life. Good phases, bad phases. But that was then blown out of proportion, saying, "Arey, this is the Kudrat Ka Nizam coach, you chucked him out." So here you got what you wanted.
You got it, yeah.
Be happy with that.
Yeah.
Mr. Shekhar,
Shane, to you.
saying that, Shane, how are you feeling that Shami is doing so well right now and he's exposing Thakur as a liability? He's basically
Accusing me
because-
of being a KKR fan first.
Yeah.
Not very untrue. Yeah. I will not dignify that with a response. I'll take the path Shreyas Iyer should have taken.
No, give an answer, but
No, I think
better
see.
way, in a
See, one, in this case, very happy to be proven wrong. Although I still maintain that, and I've said this on previous shows, that if it really comes down to it and they want to bring back Shardul Thakur, they're going to do it. If they want to continue sticking with that idea of number 8, nothing much you're doing about it. But of course, we all knew Shami's ability. Why are you trying to tell me I didn't rate Shami? No, of course not.
KK saying, but tell me a player that accepts his weakness in the face of the world. Well, we quoted a few examples while we were discussing, and I just, because we were talking about one of our favorite cricketers in Temba Bavuma, he just accepted it, that we do not have a template when we are chasing. He said it to everybody, to the world. And then Surya in the West Indies tour said that I have a problem in one day cricket because I've not found the way that I need to be playing. So I need to work on. As I said, even Rohit said that his average is an issue. He needs to find the right balance between attack and aggression, which is not able to.
I'll give you the best one.
And he still hasn't.
I'll give you the best one. Recently, someone asked Ben Stokes in the press conference, said, what is the main problem, or what has been the main problem of England in this World Cup? Said the main problem is that we've been crap. Yeah. His exact quote. So there's your answer. There's so many examples.
There's another video which is very nice of Mark Wood, where he's telling the media. I think I saw it on the BBC, where he said that you guys are going after the coach.
Matthew Mott.
Yeah, but it's not his problem. He said, "I'll tell you as a player, what does the coach do? He makes plans." So he said he's the same coach that has been making some plans earlier, and we were doing well. So it's not that he's slack, that he's not doing that. He does other things while training happens. He's doing that. Everything is doing. We're not doing well because as a team we're not playing well. And he said about himself, he said, "I've not bowled well. I haven't done the job that I'm supposed to do." So you guys keep finding excuses, scapegoats. That's not the truth. The fact is, I'm not bowling well.
They failed collectively.
Yeah.
And to be fair, Mott is the same coach who just about a year back was winning them a World Cup.
That's
it's
what
not like he's become useless overnight.
That's what he said. He said there also, the processes that he was following as a coach, he's following here also. So it's not that suddenly he's sleeping, not turning up, not doing his homework. It's not.
The law of averages has to catch up.
Exactly.
I mean, Matthew Mott achieved so much success with the Southern Stars, then with the T20 World Cup team for England.
Sometime everyone has to have a lull, no?
Exactly.
Yeah. Final question from Ashish Dhari saying, and maybe all of us can pick our favorite. He's saying Ishan versus Ponting. That of course he's referring to Perth. Or says Shami versus Stoke. Which spell is good? Let's start like this.
I'll go with Ishan versus Ponting. I think that was Ishan bowling in some other next level. A young kid, troubling at that point, Ricky Ponting. Next level.
Ishan versus Ponting.
Yeah, I'm also going Ishan versus Ponting. Firstly, it's not a fair comparison. White ball versus red ball.
Exactly.
Test match spell to trouble a batter is far more tougher than white ball, because even the batter is trying to be aggressive and then can look funny. But there's all the time. Secondly, the context of that thing, after Monkey Gate, you're going to Perth and you're saying you're going to destroy this Indian team, come to our fast pitch, much like Gabba,
Gabba.
So, any day, I agree.
Yeah, same. Nothing more to add. In the words of MS Dhoni.
MSD. Okay, our good friend Shekhar has said one. Last one.
Okay, all of you, Sky or Iyer, who goes out when Hardik Pandya returns? Sky, my friend.
Yeah.
Was Ashwin only there in the squad for that solo game versus Australia, or will we see him versus Netherlands? Yes, only in that solo game versus Australia. I don't see him playing either in Kolkata or Bangalore. No.
Yeah.
Not now.
Kolkata, you're not going to be playing. So.
Bangalore also.
No, Kolkata, I'm talking about semis, I was thinking. Oh, you're talking about
South Africa. He can't play.
Not playing.
Yeah.
Though I was surprised that the Eden pitch was offering a bit of turn.
Yeah.
But I still don't see him. I don't see him play Netherlands, Bangalore. No.
And Mumbai semi-final.
No. Then only the final is left.
Ahmedabad.
Maybe
2 minutes.
Exactly.
Maybe.
No, but I mean, you always had that backup spinner in case you encountered some conditions. I doubt if it was, say, even if it was Akshar Patel, you would be playing him in any other game.
The best condition could have been Lucknow, but then you've shown that you're backing your 3 fast bowlers and 2 spinners. That's
Correct.
it. That's the combination, the winning combination. That's it.
No, we're done. Can go. On that note, thank you so much, because we have to start. Thank you. We have
The
to.
best look ever.
Thank you.
Nice color, nice.
Very old.
But this color, the combination,
Nikhil normally doesn't wear
Blue.
He's like the English, na wo beige or wo. This is very good.
No, seriously.
Very old.
Very good.
और ठीक है हमने मान लिया old है.
पहले भी देखा था मैंने 10 बार पहना होगा ये
White shirt के साथ पहना
मैंने
था?
शायद से पहले ये देखा।
नहीं पहना.
पहना था
नहीं पहना होगा वो
एक-
ठीक है, अंदर राउंड नेक टी-शर्ट डाल ली हो.
नहीं सचिन तेंदुलकर वाला सेशन वाज एग्जैक्टली
वो हो सकता है बट ये शर्ट के साथ
हाँ,
नहीं
नहीं,
पहना
this
था.
is
और ये
actually-
शूज और ये एवरीथिंग.
ओके
फोटो खिंचाया है सर.
Live.
हाँ तो तभी तो कह रहा हूँ.
Well,
Okay, bye bye. See you. Thank
See
you so
you.
much for your company. Take care. Don't forget to subscribe to Sports Today if you haven't already. Lots more content up on the Cricket World Cup. We're going to see you post match Afghanistan versus Netherlands. Not too much time left. They're chasing, I think, about.
And the 17 more to go.
We'll be back soon.
Yeah.
See you then. Take
See
care.
you. Bye bye.